You felt it before he said anything. The energy changed. The messages that once arrived with excitement now arrive hours later. The long conversations have become short replies. The good morning texts feel mechanical. The curiosity he once had about your day, your thoughts, your dreams, slowly faded into surface-level interaction. And you are left asking yourself one exhausting question: what did I do wrong? You replay every conversation in your mind like a courtroom drama. You analyze your tone. You revisit your texts. You look at photos and wonder if you changed physically. You ask your friends for reassurance. You scroll social media looking for clues. Meanwhile, he says nothing is wrong. That is what makes it worse. Because when a man is losing interest, he rarely announces it. He withdraws gradually, emotionally, subtly, quietly. And that silence creates anxiety. Many women assume that when a man pulls away, it means another woman exists. Sometimes that is true, but very often the real reason is psychological. Attraction does not disappear randomly. Emotional investment does not vanish overnight. There is a pattern. There is a trigger. There is a shift in dynamic. And most women never learn what that shift actually is. Instead, they respond in ways that unintentionally push him further away. They text more. They demand clarity. They try harder. They over-explain. They overgive. They overlove. Not because they are desperate, but because they care. However, care without psychological awareness can feel like pressure. Here is the uncomfortable truth. A man does not lose interest because you are not good enough. He loses interest when the emotional dynamic that originally attracted him changes in a way that disrupts his internal motivation. Men are not wired to chase what feels guaranteed. They are wired to pursue what feels meaningful to earn. If he is pulling away, it is rarely about your worth. It is about polarity. It is about emotional tension. It is about mystery, autonomy, respect, challenge, admiration, and the balance of masculine and feminine energy. When those elements shift, attraction shifts. Today, we are going to break this down psychologically, not emotionally, not from gossip, not from social media myths, but from understanding how male motivation works. If he is losing interest, this is why. And more importantly, this is how to shift the dynamic back in your favor. Let us begin with the first psychological mistake that causes emotional withdrawal. Mistake number 1, over-availability. In the beginning of a connection, attraction thrives on curiosity. When a man is getting to know you, there is discovery. There is anticipation. There is space for imagination. However, when a woman becomes constantly available emotionally and physically too early, the dynamic changes. Over-availability signals that there is no challenge left, no uncertainty, no pursuit. From a psychological perspective, the human brain values what requires effort. This is called the effort justification principle. When someone invests time, energy, and emotional resources into something, they assign higher value to it. If he did not have to work for your time, your attention, your emotional depth, his brain does not attach high reward to the connection. This does not mean you should play games. It means you should maintain a life, maintain priorities, maintain boundaries. Attraction grows when two whole individuals choose each other, not when one person reorganizes their entire existence around the other. Mistake number 2, emotional pressure too soon. Men process emotional bonding differently. While women often bond through communication and emotional sharing, many men bond through experience and action. If deep emotional conversations, relationship talks, and future planning begin too early, he may subconsciously feel trapped before he feels ready. When a man feels that expectations are forming faster than his emotional readiness, his nervous system reacts with withdrawal. It is a self-protection mechanism. He may not even understand why he feels pressure. He only knows he feels less free. And freedom is directly linked to masculine attraction psychology. The solution is packing. Allow bonding to build through shared experiences. Allow him to initiate deeper emotional territory. Let curiosity and comfort develop gradually instead of forcing security prematurely. Mistake number 3, losing mystery. Mystery is not secrecy, it is depth. When a woman reveals everything immediately, Every story, every trauma, every insecurity, every detail, the sense of discovery disappears. Psychologically, attraction is tied to intrigue. The brain releases dopamine when anticipating new information. If he feels he already knows everything about you, there is no novelty. Mystery means you reveal yourself in layers. You have hobbies, passions, routines, and parts of your world he is still learning about. It keeps the dynamic alive. Mistake number 4, subtle control. Control does not always look aggressive. Sometimes it looks like constant advice, constant correction, constant emotional analysis. If he feels evaluated instead of appreciated, his ego feels threat. Men are highly responsive to respect. When they feel admired and trusted, they lean in. When they feel judged or managed, they retreat. This is not about lowering standards. It is about communication style. Appreciation builds investment. Criticism weakens it. Mistake number 5, becoming the pursuer. In early attraction, polarity matters. When a woman starts initiating everything, planning everything, texting first constantly, checking in excessively, the energy flips. Now he is being pursued instead of pursuing. For many men, pursuit activates motivation. It activates focus. It activates desire. When that dynamic reverses, the urgency decreases. The healthiest balance is mutual effort. But if you find yourself doing significantly more, step back. Not dramatically, calmly. Let him feel your absence slightly. Let him experience earning your time. Mistake number 6, anxiety-based behavior. When you sense him pulling away, your instinct might be to secure him. You may seek reassurance repeatedly. You may question him about his feelings. You may monitor his activity. This creates pressure. Anxiety is contagious. If you operate from fear of losing him, he feels that emotional intensity. Confidence is attractive because it signals abundance. Fear signals scarcity. If he is withdrawing, the most powerful response is emotional stability. Continue your life. Continue your routines. Continue your growth. Stability makes him question his distance. Panic confirms it. Now let us address an important truth. Sometimes he is losing interest not because of your behavior, but because compatibility is misaligned. Psychology cannot manufacture genuine desire. It can only optimize dynamics. If values, life goals, or emotional maturity levels are fundamentally different, no technique will create long-term investment. In that case, the healthiest move is acceptance. However, in many cases, attraction can be revived by restoring polarity, independence, and emotional packing. Here is what you do instead. First, reclaim your time. Reduce unnecessary texting. Focus on personal growth. Let him initiate more frequently. Second, respond warmly but not excessively. When he invests, reward with positivity. When he withdraws, do not chase. Third, rebuild intrigue. Try new activities. Expand your world. Share selectively. Fourth, communicate calmly if needed. Not from accusation but from observation. For example, I have noticed some distance lately. Is everything okay on your end? Clarity without drama shows emotional intelligence. Fifth, detach from outcome. The paradox of attraction is this. The more secure you are with or without him, the more attractive you become. Men invest when they feel they are choosing you, not when they feel obligated to keep you. Remember this clearly. A man's interest is maintained through emotional balance, respect, challenge, admiration, and space. When you master those elements, you do not chase love, you attract it. If he is losing interest, it is not the end of your value. It is information. Attraction is a dynamic, not a mystery. When you understand male psychology, you stop reacting emotionally and start responding strategically. The right man does not need manipulation. He needs balance, respect, and polarity. If this breakdown helped you see relationships more clearly, subscribe for more educative psychology videos that empower you with knowledge, not confusion. Understanding human behavior changes everything. And when you understand the game, you never have to beg to be chosen again.